Welcome to Navajo County Connection. I'm your host, Supervisor Daryl Seymour. With us today we have a couple of guests down here at the Hub. I'm going to let you guys introduce yourself.
I'm Jason Cash. I'm the Chief Probation Officer.
I'm Christy Padilla. I'm the Clinical Director for Juvenile Probation.
Great. You know, this is my second time coming over here to the Hub, and tell us a little bit about how the Hub got its name. I don't want to spoil, but it's kind of neat how the kids or the probation people named this.
So when we first opened about 5 years ago, the original name was the Hope Center. And I remember telling the kids that, and they didn't like it, and they came to me and they said, it sounds like rehab. We don't like the name. So I said, okay, well, if you guys can come up with a better name, you think of what you'd like to name it, and if it's good, we'll go with that. And they came up with the Hope, Unity, Belief Center for Success. So that's what the Hub stands for, Hope, Unity, and Belief.
That's cool. And I think you guys have hit on that with something that's been effective. Share with us what this all involves, how many different youth come here, why they're here, and what the objective or the goal is going forward.
Okay. Right now we have our summer program going on, and that entails us having more kids attending Hub. And the reason being is when school's out of session in the other areas of Navajo County, if the youth are on probation, the probation officers can order them to attend Hub during the summer, so they don't have too much idle time on their hands. So our numbers really shoot up in the summer. Right now we're averaging, I would say, around 12 to 15 kids. And it's not just all about fun. We want to be a real positive and supportive environment here. But we also, some of the biggest things that we provide are structure, guidance, discipline. But we really are trying to focus more on the positives and the changes that they're making. That's the long-term goal, is to be able to kind of mold them into more positive youth so that as they grow older, they can accomplish better things and not be in the legal system long-term.
Why does a person end up here?
A person ends up here for, our juveniles, they're on probation for committing an offense of some sort. Okay. And then they have to be high risk to come to this program. We don't have our lower risk youth come here. So the kids that are higher risk to reoffend are the ones that we refer to this program.
So they're probably struggling a little bit with attending school on a regular basis, but they could actually come here, be part of this program, and still be able to graduate or be able to get credits towards their classes, right? Yeah,
so we're partnered with the Navajo County Accommodation District. So during the school year, they attend school between 9 and 3 p.m. And then they come over here to the Hub side for the after-school program.
Okay. And what are some of the things that you teach or some of the activities that they can do here?
Tons of different things. Today is our popular Tuesday for the summer program that entails a cooking class. And so they kind of make a from scratch meal all together, the staff and the youth joining forces to be able to create something that everybody's pretty much a fan of. So we do cooking, a lot of living skills, social skills. We take them on outings for them to be able, learn how to behave in public and show that they're making positive strides and things like that. And we also have a counseling component within the Hub program. So we address substance use, mental health issues, medication services if needed. Any basic needs are met. We just try to encompass all of them.
And talk about, fantastic Tuesday for eating,
Yeah.
It was, today it was just fantastic. It was like street tacos. It came and they just had it was interesting. I haven't ever seen a street taco put together quite like they had it, with green olives, and it had bell peppers and green onions and the olives, and it was just fantastic.
Yeah.
And to hear that the youth had put that together with some guidance of a little bit of a recipe, and then they made their own salsa and their own guacamole. I mean, it was really good.
Yes, very good.
It was interesting talking a little bit to some of these young men afterwards, and just feeling them out a little bit on why they're here and what they want to do. It was interesting how one of them said, "I'd rather be at work than here, but this helped me get my job." it helped me have a little more confidence in what I'm doing. And he's working at McDonald's, and he just says, you know, I want to make that a good job, and I want to be able to be productive in what I'm doing. Another young man just said, hey, this gave him the confidence to go interview, and is something that he is now feeling better about himself, and he wants to eventually be able to get back into the regular school, and realizing that I do have a second chance. I do have an opportunity of making a difference. And he works at Relic Road, which is one of my favorite places in Winslow to eat. And you know, some of those things there, it's just fantastic to see that this program is here to help them. And some of the things that you guys do with the music room, that sometimes in the art room, and just the photography that they learn, and cooking skills, and weightlifting, and they said that it's just neat place to hang out with their buddies, and not that they're encouraging their buddies to do something wrong so they land here, but just they bond with each other, and so they also are a peer group for one another to be able to help.
Absolutely.
And you guys have some fantastic staff. How many people work here that kind of, you know, make things happen?
So the probation employees, we have 4 youth care workers that work here. Then there's also 1 CBI staff member that does all the counseling. And then also the school has 3 teachers. And then operations manager and secretary and whatnot. So.
Now, how are you funded? What is the mechanism for funding a program like this and to keep it going? You just said something like you're coming up on your 5 or 6 year anniversary here.
Right, yeah, October will be our 5-year anniversary from when we had our grand opening back in 2018, so we're excited about that. But the funding, it's a joint funding between the county and state funding. The state paid for a whole lot of the equipment, and they also pay for 1 employee. And then the county pays for the other 3 employees for the probation side.
Side of it.
Yeah.
Now, do students come from all over the place, or are they just local here at Holbrook, Winslow?
No, during the school year here with the accommodation district, we do have kids that come from South County and North County, so we do a transport from Show Low. We can stop in Snowflake if we have kids that need to be picked up in Snowflake. And then we also do a transport from Winslow to here. So if they get into trouble at the other schools in their, you know, local towns, or if we feel a need for them to just be in a different school environment, and probation is able to order them to do so, or the judge, then we have a way to transport them to bring them to and from school and to Hub. So they can be from all over the county, really.
You know, it's fantastic when we look at, you know, kids, you know, do dumb things. We all have been there, and what I probably did as a kid would land me in probation, or land me, you know, someplace different, which it was okay back then, or nobody found out, I guess, is the main thing. But they're still, today, they're looking for activities, things to do. Sometimes it lands them in trouble. But at the same time, what a great program to help them correct their life. Now, if they are successful getting through this, does it change their record at all? Does that offense go away, or how does anything tied to that?
No, I mean, it can help them get an early termination from probation, so their probation term can be ended early if they do well here. But other than that, no, and it's all juvenile, so in juvenile court, it doesn't really follow you around like it does on the adult side. So, you know, juvenile records are always sealed, so this is their opportunity to kind of correct some of those problems before they become long-term problems.
What a great opportunity. You know, you guys have put a great group of people together, a great organization. It's one of the things that, you know, I didn't even know about that it existed till I came and visited. You asked me to come over and take a look at it, and we just are grateful that we're able to show the people a little bit more of what's going on, because what if we can change one person, if we can make a difference in a youth's life, and maybe that'll make a difference of him being a father or her being a wife, of being successful, that changes the whole dynamics of a person, a community, and that's what communities are made up of. So we are working together. We are a great partnership here. We appreciate the opportunity the county has to work with the state, with the federal agencies, to put a program like this together and to make it successful. But it takes real people who really care and just talking with some of the people that are here today that are helping cook and helping the kids associate with them so well. They interact, they're role models, and I think it's just a fantastic program. And thank you so much for the opportunity of sharing a little bit here today. Is there anything else on the program you guys would like to talk about that needs you have, or information on other days besides Tuesdays that are fantastic eating days here?
Oh yeah, so yeah, just keep an eye out for, we do all sorts of events, public events throughout the year too. So one of the more popular ones in October before Halloween, we do a zombie run in Show. So, and that's a 5K where the kids dress up like zombies. And NPC last year had their cosmetology students do the paint and everything for them. And then the 5K runners have flag football flags. And as they're running through Show Park, the kids jump out and try to grab their flag. And the idea is that if you make it all the way to the end with one of your flags left, then you survive the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah.
But we do things like that all throughout the year. So yeah, just keep looking for them. You can see them, find information on the Hub page or Facebook page. So they're always posting pictures of what they're doing, their activities, and it's a great place to keep up on what's going on.
Fantastic. Anything else you'd like to share?
The only thing that I really missed speaking about was the program that we just implemented when the summer program started for Hub. And I'll just do a quick overview. It's a PBIS rewards, and it stands for Positive Behavioral Intervention Supports. It's typically a school-based program that recognizes and puts a lot more emphasis on positive behaviors and rewards those behaviors rather than focusing on the negative. And it's been adopted in juvenile justice, and I think even adult as well. I don't know, but juvenile justice maybe for sure. And we started that at the beginning of the summer program, and the kids are given points every time that they do something that's respectful, responsible, and safe. And they've really bought into it, and there's a lot of incentive. With their points, they can buy different items. We have a raffle at the end of the summer that we're gonna have with some items that are really desirable for the kids. And just reinforcing those positives, because in our line of work, it's easy to focus on negatives and try to always, reprimand and kind of get on the youth about that. But taking out the alternative approach has really been beneficial. So we're really excited about welcoming PBIS to our program as well.
That's fantastic. As I was talking with one of the young men there, he said that this place has taught me to respect others and to have respect for other people's things. And I think that's one of the things that sometimes we forget to teach, or is not being taught thoroughly at home. The respect for elders, respect for authority, respect for law. And it's just great that you guys are having that. It's interesting in the art, when they talk about it, is no art is wrong. When they're painting or drawing, that's art to that person.
Right.
And whatever it is, that can be expanded upon. And when we look at some of the great artists in life, sometimes we don't even understand what he drew, but it's worth millions of dollars.
Oh, yeah.
So to whoever we know, the next person that you've helped, but I appreciate it. Well, thanks for having us today. We're a fantastic program here at the Hub, where we really want people to learn more about it and go on the Facebook, go on the County Connection, go on the county's website and look up the Hub, and you'll be able to find out a little bit more about this program. If you have a youth that can maybe need some help and we could transition them here, we're open to that as well. So thank you so much. Again, thanks for joining us today on County Connection.